The Live Stream Code and Rating Administration has rated this online event PG. All ages admitted. Please be kind and stay on topic.
Good evening and welcome to the Good Stuff Live. My name is Dave Sundstrom, and if you enjoy tonight, at least, answering questions about, well, it's not going to be about music or movies. It's going to be about classic TV tonight. So if you enjoy a little quiz time, hanging out with me, a volley of classic television questions thrown your way, you've come to the right place. Yep, it is trivia time, but I am going to allow, 5 or so minutes for folks to congregate, and then we'll get rolling. So while I'm doing that, let's see who has actually arrived. Looks like first to arrive at 8:09 p.m. Eastern is channel member extraordinaire John Collins. Good to have you with us, John. Welcome, welcome. Danny Staten, my good friend from South Carolina. Treat to have you here. And Uncle Paul, he of Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse. Always a treat to have you with us. And it's always to have the Playhouse say hello. So, folks, great YouTube creator there. Definitely check out his stuff. Kenneth Wilkinson, good to have you with us here as well. And channel member Lance Chaffin has joined the mix. Welcome, welcome, Lance. Good to have you here. I am confident, Paul, that you will reach 300 soon. Very confident about that. Thank heavens for a mute button, right? All right. Let's see who else is here. Matthew Sweeney, hello. Good to have you with us this evening. And Ernest Cruz, welcome. Channel member Tracy Roth Myers, a.k.a. Tracy's Fractured History and More, welcome. Melina Long. Melina's I've noticed Melina is all about the factoids and the trivia, so it'll be fun to see how Melina does. Rhymes with Orange, welcome. Jerry Gillespie, great to have you here. Todd Bond, welcome, welcome. Let's see, Lila Mirabella. Now, I know that Lila is from France, so I have to use a Google Translator to know exactly what she's saying there, but it's great to have you here, Lila. Thank you for joining us. Becky Howard, great to have you with us as well. And my brother from another mother, Mike Davis, always great to have you hanging out with us. Sarah, channel member Sarah, a.k.a. My Flock is Everywhere. Welcome. Good to have you here as well. Dolph Quick, Adrian James. Let's see who else is here. Michelle Books, it's good to see you. Channel member Robert, Bob, Thrash Pondo Ponds. So glad you could make it. So glad you could make it. And let's see who else is here hanging out. Did I say hi to Kenneth? I think I did, but hello, Kenneth. Tom McCluskey, a.k.a. The Hungry Jerk. Good to have you with us. Christy Deanne. Let's see. Who else is here? Oh, channel member Sean Innes has joined us. Great to have you with us as always, Sean, or should I say David. Defense Wiz, welcome. Good to have you here with us. And I think I am caught up, which means that it's trivia time.
It's time to test your trivia skills. Just how much you know about the shows that thrill. Will you be at the top of the game today? Or will you just wish it all went away? You never know when it's trivia time. It's trivia time. It's Mother effing trivia time. So yippee-ki-yay, let's play.
It's trivia time. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've got 15 questions plus one bonus at the end. So that bonus is there to up your score. I'm going to take 3 breaks during the 15 questions to get scores, and we'll watch some vintage commercials as we always do. This time the commercials are from 1979, and I stumbled across some commercials that I haven't seen in a very long time, including one for Flintstones vitamins that I think you're going to love. And you're going to remember. The moment you see it, you're going to remember it. So anyway, without any further ado, again, we'll go through the first 5 questions and then we'll stop for scores, but let's get rolling. What do you say? I want to keep this trivia quiz live stream to a lean, mean hour if possible. So let's get going. I do see that Bigelow 65 is here and Rachel in the 208 is here as well. Just made it. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let me go ahead and add the questions to the screen. And we'll get going on question number 1. Let's see here. And I'm seeing some questions. John, I'll ping you offline on the retro fan stuff. I'm not really going to be able to answer questions while we do the trivia. It's just too hard to juggle all this stuff. So I won't be in the question or the comments section or the chat section while we're doing the trivia. And so please don't feel bad if I don't, for some reason, respond to a question. All right. With that said, let's get rolling. Question number 1. I got to get my timer up here. Like I said, there's a lot to juggle. But let's get going and get on to question number 1, which is, on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, what was Mary's last name? Was it Carmichael, Petrie, Richards, or Thomas? I'm getting the timer going. 30 seconds. We're starting out strong with Mary Tyler Moore, a great show that aired on CBS during the 70s. On that show, what was Mary's last name? Was it Carmichael, Petrie, Richards, or Thomas? I'll take the clock off the screen and we'll see an answer here in just a second. The correct answer is Mary Richards. 1 question down. Hopefully you're all 1 and 1 at this point. I tried to start with a relatively easy one. I like to call them my non-Thrash Pondo questions. Bob, you know I love you, buddy. Question number 2. What was the name of the inn that Dick and Joanna owned on Newhart? The Concord Inn, the Lakeside Lodge, the Stratford Inn, or Town and Country? What was the name of the inn that Dick and Joanna owned on the classic CBS sitcom Newhart? Was it the Concord Inn, the Lakeside Lodge, the Stratford Inn, or the Town and Country? Folks, if you're arriving late, no worries. Just join us in progress. This is only the second question. And the correct answer is the Stratford Inn. Let's move on to question number 3. Rick Springfield. Yes, I know. It's a classic TV question. I promise it's a classic TV question. But I do love Rick's music. I always have. I think he's underrated. A lot of people think of him as bubblegum pop, but he's a great rocker. And over the decades, he's really proved himself, I believe. Anyway, Rick Springfield's television debut was in what TV series? Was it Battlestar Galactica, General Hospital, Mission Magic, or $6 Million Man? Did he hang out with Lee Majors on the $6 Million Man? We'll know in 27 seconds. Again, Rick Springfield. Yep, that guy was pining after Jesse's girl. What was the TV show that he made his debut on, at least here in the United States? Was it Battlestar Galactica, General Hospital, Mission Magic, or the $6 Million Man? Okay, let me take the timer off the screen. The correct answer is, I bet a lot of you said Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, he was in the very first episode of Battlestar Galactica. He did not survive. He's Apollo's brother. Zach, I think, was his name on the show. But before that, I believe it was the cartoons, the ABC cartoons television season 1973, where he debuted with a television show called Mission Magic. It was an animated show that had an animated version of Rick Springfield, as well as a live action version from time to time on it. And a lot of Rick Springfield songs, now early songs, not the songs that we've all come to know and love, but Mission Magic was the name of that TV show, which I remember well. It's funny, at the time, once Rick made it big, I didn't connect that was Rick Springfield until much later on. Okay, let's keep rolling. Question number 4. Hope everybody's doing well. Again, we'll stop after the 5th question and see how folks are doing. I'll put scores on the screen, all that kind of fun stuff. The TV network Nickelodeon originally launched under which of these names? Brainy TV, Kidsville, sounds like Lidsville, Nostalgia Network, or Pinwheel? Let me read the question again. The TV network Nickelodeon, I love Nick at Night, I really do, originally launched under which of these names? Was it Brainy TV, Kidsville, the Nostalgia Network, or Pinwheel? Yeah, Nick at Night during the 80s and even into the 90s, fantastic. Taking the timer off the screen, the correct answer is, this was a tough one, Pinwheel. All right, let's do one more question, and then we'll get some scores. Which short-lived 1975 CBS drama is credited with turning Leif Garrett into a teen idol? Was it 3 for the Road, Adam's Rib, Chopper One, or Flatbush? Again, good old Leif Garrett. You know, I really only remember one big song that he had. And right now, the name of that song escapes me, but he was in a short-lived CBS drama in 1975 and really was kind of like where he became a pop idol. 3 for the Road, Adam's Rib, Chopper One, or Flatbush. Which one is it? Take the timer off the screen. 3 for the Road. I don't think it made it. You know how shows start in the fall, right? And if a show has any sort of success, they start with an initial 13 episode run that the network will buy off on, with the idea that they're going to expand that first season to 20 plus episodes. This one did not get expanded to that 20 plus episodes mark. At least I don't remember it. I remember it being relatively short. All right, we're going to stop right there for a minute. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen. And let's get some scores. Let's see how everybody's doing. Go ahead and, I see some scores have already been put up on the screen. Jerry Gillespie, 3 of 5. Ken Wilkinson, 2 of 5. Hey, my good friend Scott Barnes. I was editing our latest episode of Wide World of Sodas today, Scott. So great to see you here with us. 4 of 5, doing really well. David Thomas, 2 of 5. Tom McCluskey, 4 of 5. Rachel in the 208, 4 of 5. Rhymes with Orange, 3 of 5. Christy Deanne, 4 of 5. Tracy Roth Myers, channel member. I should say, I always need to say, I need to give you guys the respect and the thanks and the appreciation for being channel members. So channel member Tracy Roth Myers, 3 of 5. Channel member Sean Innes, 4 of 5. It's okay to steal from Bob. Now, the danger is there. He may lead you astray one of these times, but he's pretty reliable, that's for sure. Carrie Stephens, 3 of 5. I knew a guy that used to work at Fidelity, or where I used to work, named Carrie Stephens. Doesn't look like the same feller there in the thumbnail, but maybe it is. Who knows? If it is, good to see you, Carrie. Uncle Paul, 4 of 5, doing well. Channel member David Kerbo, 4 of 5. Defense Wiz, 4 of 5. Michelle Books, 4 of 5. Everybody's doing really well, but I don't think I've seen a 5 of 5 yet, have I? Scrolling back up just to peek. I have not. There must have been, was it the Rick Springfield question? Jerry Gillespie says 3 for the Road was replaced by 60 Minutes. Well, there you go. And 60 Minutes is still running strong. Becky Howard, 3 of 5. William Welch, 4 of 5. Channel member Lance Chaffin, 4 of 5. Channel member Thresh Pondo Pons, 4 of 5. Ernest Cruz, 4 of 5. Yes, it was Bigelow 45. It was I Was Made for Dancing. I was made for dancing. And then some, I don't know the lyrics. But I think that was his only hit, right? Mike Davis, 4 of 5. I'd expect nothing less than that. Mike, you're doing great. Channel member John Collins, 3 of 5. Gary Carpenter, 2 of 5. Bigelow, 65, 4 of 5. Dolph Quick says 4 of 5. Mission Magic got me. Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Mike Davis says, I truly first remember Leif Garrett as Buddy's boyfriend on Family. Yes, he was. Great call out. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. I'm just checking to see if there's any more scores. Ernest says that Leif had a couple other hits. He probably did. I just don't remember them. Probably did. All right, let's keep rolling. We're going to do all 5, and then we'll do the commercials. So let's keep rolling on this. Okay, let me bring this back on screen. There's that question about Leif. Let's move on to question number 6. So we're going to do the next 5. We'll do scores, then we'll do vintage commercials. So stick around. We've got lots of fun things to do tonight. Lots of fun things. Yeah, I'm totally prepped. I've got my Good Stuff t-shirt on. I'm raring for trivia tonight. So let's keep rocking and rolling and moving forward. I've lost the timer, so I got to find the timer here. That's why I'm stalling. Question 6. Here we go. What are the first names of all 3, and this is important, original Charlie's Angels? Is it Jill, Serena, and Kate? Jill, Sabrina, and Chris? Jill, Sabrina, and Kelly? Or Jen, Sabrina, and Chris? Again, I'll share. These are the original 3 angels. Are they Jill, Serena, and Kate? Jill, Sabrina, and Chris? Jill, Sabrina, and Kelly? Or Jen, Sabrina, and Chris? These names would be good for only 1 season, except for a few guest appearances. And I guess I won't be giving much away if I say Jill's guest appearances. Jill was the character played by the one and only Farrah Fawcett Majors. The correct answer is Jill, Sabrina, and Kelly. Jill played by Farrah, Sabrina played by Kate Jackson, and Kelly played by Jacqueline Smith. Oh, what a great casting coup. Fantastic actresses in that first season of Charlie's Angels. Was wonderful. Let's keep moving. Question number 7. Now, this isn't about the Brady Bunch show. This is about Brady Bunch lore. So it could be a tougher question. I don't put it in the tough Bob Pons camp. It's not Thrash Pondo tough, I don't think, because you can whittle this one down. But anyway, enough stalling. Which Brady Bunch co-star did Barry Williams, he who played Greg, claim to have kissed while on location in Hawaii? I love those Hawaiian episodes, by the way. Was it Florence Henderson, Maureen McCormick, Eve Plum, or Ann B. Davis? Again, what we're talking about is not something that happened on screen, but in the book Growing Up Brady, I believe, this is where this confession was made. Barry Williams claimed to have kissed one of his co-stars while on location in Hawaii. Was it Florence Henderson, Maureen McCormick, Eve Plum, or Ann B. Davis? Wouldn't it be great if it was Ann B. Davis? I love that. It was Maureen McCormick, she who played Marcia. Let's keep rolling. Question number 8. What is Donny Osmond's full name? Is it Donald Allen Osmond, Donald Clark Osmond, Donald James Osmond, or just Donald Osmond? He doesn't have a middle name. Again, the question is, and I think this is a fair question given the Donnie Marie show that was so popular during the mid-70s. What is Donny Osmond's full name? Is it Donald Allen Osmond, Donald Clark Osmond, Donald James Osmond, or just Donald Osmond? The correct answer, and the title of one of his albums, is Donald Clark Osmond. Oh, we're about halfway, aren't we? Yeah. Question number 9 out of 15. For which 70s ABC drama did Christy McNichol win 2 Emmys? Was it Apple's Way? Anyone remember that one? 8 is Enough, Family, or Starsky and Hutch? Again, I'll read the question. For which 70s ABC drama did Christy McNichol win 2 Emmys? Was it Apple's Way, 8 is Enough, Family, or Starsky and Hutch? I was a big Christy McNichol fan growing up. Thought she was so talented and super cute. All right. Correct answer is Family. Yeah. Mike Davis mentioned it earlier that she was, Leif Garrett played her boyfriend on Family. Question number 10. Then we'll get scores. Which talk show host was fired by Fox in 1987? Was it Chevy Chase, Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno, or Joan Rivers? Again, let me read this, and let's everybody pay careful attention to this one. I think it might be our only Fox question in the bag of questions tonight. Which talk show host was fired by Fox in 1987? Was it Chevy Chase, Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno, or Joan Rivers? Correct answer is Joan Rivers. Yeah, I was sad about that because I really wanted to see Joan be successful after how everything had played out with The Tonight Show. All right, let me take this off screen. We'll go back to full screen for a minute. Sorry, you guys have to see the mug for a while, but yes, that's just the way it is. Let's go to scores. Here we go. I believe this is our first score. Jerry Gillespie is at 12 of 15. He's doing wonderfully tonight. You can't be 12 of 15 yet. There's only been 10 questions. Jerry, give me another score. Come on, man. Come on. Uncle Paul says he's surprising himself so far. That's great. Channel member Sean Innes is 6 of 10. Let's see. Tracy Rothmeyers is 7 of 10 so far. Claude Sailing, welcome to the live stream. Good to have you with us. 3 of 10. I'm guessing you probably didn't get all the questions because you weren't around for them all, right? But even if you did, as long as you're having fun, that's the important part when we do our little trivia quiz time, right? We share the scores, and you can take pride in a great score, but more importantly, hopefully you just all are having fun. Scott Barnes is 8 of 10. Good job, Scott. Uncle Paul is rocking it, as I would expect someone who lives in a playhouse. 9 of 10. Channel member Thrash Pondo Ponds is struggling a little bit tonight. Bob, come on. You need to step it up with these last 5. 6 of 10. Kenneth Wilkinson, 3 of 10. Rachel in the 208 can't be 13 of 15 yet. But maybe it's a prediction of a future score. That's possible. Dave Thomas, 4 of 10. Tom McCluskey, 8 of 10. Mike Davis, 8 of 10. Everybody's doing great. Channel member David Kerbo, 7 of 10. Ernest Cruz, 6 of 9. Come on. There we go. Having struggles with my little clicker here. Let's put it back on the screen. There you are, Ernest. Michelle Books is 8 of 10. Yes, sir. You need to rally. I wouldn't chastise most people, but I will chastise you. I expect the final 5 questions to be, well, I just expect you to rock them. Bigelow, 65, 8 of 10. Christy Deanne, 6 of 10. Defense Wiz, 8 of 10. Oh, Jerry, good point. I did like Christy in Empty Nest too, although she did not, she didn't stick around for the entire run of the series, although she did make it back to the series finale. Ernest Cruz is 7 of 10. That's great. Rachel in the 208, 8 of 10. That's better. Dolph Quick, 8 of 10. Nice. Good job. And Jerry, 6 of 10. Excellent. And channel member John Collins, 5 of 10. Yes, you're going to come on strong as well in the last section. Rhymes with Orange is 6 of 10 as well. Carrie Stevens, 7 of 10. Two Beer. Good to have you here, Two Beer. Two Beer Pete, in fact, 7 of 10. Let's see. And Gary Carpenter's 5 of 10. Let's see. Francesca, 4 of 10. Good job. DB Vetters starting late, just hanging out with us. 1 of 3 so far. Welcome. Good to have you with us. Becky got interrupted. That does happen from time to time. You know what? Hopefully this wasn't the priority. Folks, if a family member comes to talk to you, you get a phone call or something, that should always be the priority over Dave Sundstrom's live stream, especially when we're just goofing with trivia questions. But 8 of 10, 7 or 8 of 10, pretty darn decent. And I'm caught up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show some commercials, vintage commercials. Like I said, there's one, a Flintstones vitamin one that I haven't seen in a long time, but it sure made me smile, and I remembered it so very, very well. So let's go watch the vintage commercials, and then I'll be back, and we'll do the final 5 questions and see how things will shake out for everyone. But let me cue these up. Talk to y'all soon.
Refill your days with song, send a summer breeze. We turn your dark to light, we capture memories. We make you pretty, we make you smile. Gee, we bring good things to live in. We bring good things to life.
At GE, we're in the business of making products that make your life a little easier, a little better. And you know something? That's a pretty nice business to be in.
We bring you closer to the ones you love. GE. We bring good things to live in. We bring good things to life. GE. We bring good things to life.
For all your Christmas shopping, our book is your bag. The JCPenney Christmas Catalog, with over 17,000 holiday items to choose from. Toys, gifts, games, something for everyone on your list. And now JCPenney brings it all to you. Just phone the new catalog department in your nearest JCPenney. Charge if you like. Your order will be ready in a few days. The JCPenney Christmas Catalog. It's one book that's got a lot to give.
Hey, Mom, could Dora eat supper with us?
Sure.
What are we having?
Liver?
Mom, can I eat at Larry's?
A government survey has shown that among preschoolers, 9 out of 10 didn't get the recommended levels of iron, and 5 out of 10 didn't get the recommended amounts of vitamins A and C. But Flintstones Plus Iron helps kids get the iron and 10 essential vitamins their growing bodies need. Flintstones, we make them for kids because the odds are against them.
Larry's Mom made liver, too.
Tuesday on Three's Company. It's fun in the woods.
Now I'm never going to get any sleep.
And games in the tent.
How cozy.
Then on Taxi.
You're on.
Elaine is the prize when Louie and Alex battle it out.
Shall we shake on it?
To see who's king of the cabbies. Then on Heart to Heart.
Prostitution's a very dangerous way of making a living.
Jennifer poses as a hardcore lady of the night to help Jonathan bait a killer. Heart to Heart.
I'm Cheryl Teague. I feel at home in front of the camera. But behind the camera, I don't know the difference between a lens opening and a Broadway opening. So I rely on my Olympus OM10. My trusty OM10 gets great shots automatically. My OM10 has the smart little red light that tells me when it's okay to shoot. Oh, it's okay to shoot. Hold it, fellas. With Olympus OM10, great shots automatically.
You know, whenever I think about classic TV, I immediately think about the Frndly TV streaming service that has over 50 channels, many of them showcasing classic television shows from decades gone by for a crazy low price. You can try the service free for 7 days by clicking on the link in the description section. And when you do, you're supporting this channel. Thanks. There's a link for Frndly TV in the description section of this live stream. If you're watching on as a replay, description section of the video. And when you do try it out free for 7 days, you are definitely helping the channel, as we are an affiliate of the service. I'm a true believer in Frndly TV. It's my favorite streaming service out there and truly the best value. So with that said, we've got 5 more questions plus a bonus question. So let's get rolling. And we bring the questions back up on the screen. R.I.P. Joan Rivers, by the way. I mean, it's just so sad the way she passed away. From what I understand, it was a surgery gone awry, or not even really surgery, but a kind of a surgery, but an office procedure that should not have resulted in her death. Very sad. All right, question 11. We're going all the way back to the late 50s, early 60s for this one. What was the name of Beaver's apple-eating best friend? One of my favorite TV characters of all time. Was his name Eddie, Larry, Lumpy, or Stanley? So again, the question is, what was the name of Beaver's? That kid always seemed to have an apple in his hand. Apple-eating best friend. And I use the term best friend loosely because this kid was always getting Beaver in trouble. Always. And then he would hightail it and get out of there before, leaving Beaver high and dry. Anyway, yes, we're talking about the one and only Larry Mondello, played by Rusty Stevens. The story of Rusty is fantastic. Is fascinating is probably a better word in terms of his career. He didn't much beyond Leave It to Beaver. His life was the life of a normal child. His parents took him away from all that, and he grew up and did all sorts of things and has had all sorts of amazing adventures, none of them being on with any sort of regularity on television. I believe he did make one appearance, maybe 1 or 2 appearances on Still the Beaver, but yeah, Larry Mondello. All right, let's keep rolling. Question number 12 out of 15. Again, we'll get final scores after we get done with all of the questions. This one is on BJ and the Bear. What was BJ's last name? Was it BJ McGee, BJ McKay, BJ McKee, or BJ McRae? So BJ and the Bear. That's another video that one of these days I'm going to make, is the whatever happened to Bear, because that's another fascinating, sad, and horrific story. And the Bear kind of went crazy. Anyway, last name for BJ McGee, McKay, McKee, or McRae. What do you think it is? Let's go here, and it's BJ McKay, and that was his best friend, Bear. Okay, question 13. On Different Strokes, who played Mr. Drummond's daughter, Kimberly? Was it Dana Plato, Jill Whalen, Christy McNichol, or Nancy McKeon? On Different Strokes, who played Mr. Drummond's daughter, Kimberly? Was it Dana Plato, Jill Whalen, Christy McNichol, or Nancy McKeon? All great actresses who played wonderful characters on TV during the mostly 70s there. Who do you think it was? If you answered Dana Plato, you are absolutely correct. Question 14 out of 15. On the Dukes of Hazzard, what name did Roscoe P. Coltrane's dog go by? Was it Bernie, Fanny, Flash or Spot? Again, the question is, on the Dukes of Hazzard, what name did Roscoe P. Coltrane's dog go by? I love James Best as Roscoe, by the way. Sheriff Roscoe. He was so good. Anyway, the dog. What was the name? Was it Bernie, Fanny, Flash, or Spot? Correct answer is Flash. And he did not move like a flash. That is for sure. Question 15 out of 15. Who was the star of the short-lived TV sitcom 1 in a Million? Was it Jimmy Walker, Michael J. Fox, Michelle Pfeiffer, or Shirley Hemphill? Again, the question is, this was a relatively short short-lived ABC television network sitcom called 1 in a Million. The star was either Jimmy Walker, Michael J. Fox, Michelle Pfeiffer, or Shirley Hemphill. Who do you think it was? Let me go ahead and take the timer off the screen, and we will reveal the correct answer in 2, 1, now. Shirley Hemphill. Now, I did say that we have a bonus question. This is a way for you to pad your score. We're going to pretend there's only 15 questions, but if you answer this one correctly, you get to add it to your score. See, that's how a good bonus question should work. There's only 15 questions. This is a bonus. If you get it right, you get to add it to your score. On Three's Company, who was not an original roommate on the show? Timer engaged. Cindy, Chrissy, Jack, or Janet? By the way, I saw today, I was watching some old-timey commercials from 1979 as I was putting together that compilation of commercials, and I saw the actress who is the non-original roommate in a commercial there, which I made a mental note of, and we'll be sharing that commercial at a later point. But on Three's Company, who was not an original roommate on the show? And these are the character names: Cindy, Chrissy, Jack, or Janet. The correct answer for the bonus question, to pad that score just a little tiny bit, is, of course, Cindy. Cindy was played by Jenny Lee Harrison, who was brought in when the show was having all the issues with Suzanne Summers. All right. Now's the time to tell me how you did. All right. I'm looking for scores to put on the screen. Channel member Sean Innes, 10 of 15. Man, even with the bonus. Let's see. Rachel in the 208, 14 out of 15. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Channel member David Kerbo, 13 of 15. Tuck Grab, 5 of 15 with the bonus. Hope you had a good time, Tuck. Let's see. Channel member Thresh Pondo Pawns, 12 of 15. Nicely done. Terrell Eugene Bellinger, yeah, you've arrived late. I'm sure you would have done well, but 6 of 15. Carrie Stevens, 12 of 15, plus 1, 13. So you're 13 of 15. That's the way the bonus points work. Ernest Cruz, I'm not even going to say 16, guys. I'm not even going to say it. 13 of 15. Jerry Gillespie, 12 of 15. Dave Thomas, 7 of 15. Christine Deanne, 12 of 15. Two Beer says, too easy. All right, what's your score, my friend? Scott Barnes, 14 of 15. Great job. Great job, Scott. Ken Wilkinson, 9 of 16. Michelle Brooks, 14 of 15. Uncle Paul, 14 of 15. Mike Davis, 13 of 16. 13 of 15. Stop it. Channel member Tracy Roth Myers, 11 of 15. Tom McCluskey, 14 of 15. Claude Sailing, 5 of 15. Matt Sweeney, 11 of 15. Vox Clamantis got a couple. Good to have you here, by the way. Becky Howard, 11 of 15. You're always welcome for the bonus. There should always be a bonus, right? There should always be a bonus. Take note of that, Bob. Take note of that. Let's see. Rhymes with Orange, 10 of 15. Channel member John Collins, 8 of 15. Nicely done. Good job. Good job, Tuck Graff. I'm glad you did. Colt 49ers got a few, came in late. Hopefully you had a good time. Thanks for joining us. And channel member Bob Pons wants to know if anybody's seen the unaired Three's Company pilot. I believe it's here on YouTube. for those who haven't seen it. 2 beer, 10 plus 1, so 11 out of 15. And Ernest Cruz is 12 of 15. So nicely done, guys. It looks like everybody did really well. And channel member Thresh Pondopan says, from this day forward, there shall be bonuses. Well done, Bob. Well done. People will appreciate it, I am sure. All right. So with that said, I think that's all I've got. We're at 40 minutes, and that is fine. I really don't, I'm not holding myself to sticking on screen for an hour tonight. I'm sure we all have important things to do. I will put Dolph's score on the screen real quickly here, 11 of 15, and I will share that Rachel watched the pilot right here on YouTube. I'd recommend that folks do. And let's see, take that off the screen. But more importantly than anything else, I'll thank all of you for joining me tonight for just a fun, classic TV trivia quiz. And, you know, as fun as the questions were, and I really had a good time putting them together, what was even more important was just hanging out with you guys and, you know, just feeling a little bit of, you know, the internet can be a place where, I don't know, it can be distancing. You can feel more alone than, even though there's all these wonderful communities out there, sometimes it's a place where you feel alone, and that's not the case here. That is definitely not the case here. What a wonderful community we have, and I thank you all for joining me tonight. You're all so very, very special. I hope you all have a great week, and I will talk to you all very soon. Got to cue up Fred Rogers, right? I can't go anywhere without queuing up Fred. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon.
You are special.
You didn't have to do it, but you did. So thank you very much for your support. Click on that thumbnail, cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel, he's keeping memories near. Dave Sundstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.